Okay, hello, good morning. Hi. Please check if the audio is clear so that we can begin. Is the audio clear? Write it in the chat box, please. Is the audio clear? Is it fine? Okay, hello. Yes, clear? Now, what we'll do is we will have some revision. I hope you have studied extensively for our lesson, and today we are going to have some revision on it. Is it fine with you? Is it fine with you? We'll just have some quick revision. I will give you some questions, you just have to answer them. I will give you questions and you just have to answer them. Fine? Okay, write it in the chat box. Write it in the chat box. Are you understanding what we are going to do today? We are going to revise. We are going to revise our lesson which we have completed. Okay, can we start now? Okay, so the lessons are being taken on YouTube. The lessons are being taken on YouTube so that these lessons will be recorded and then you can see it again. Many a times what is happening is that you are not able to access internet. Sometimes there is a problem, and hence these kinds of suppose let's say if I take it on YouTube, it will become easier for you later to download them or even to watch it again, right? Okay, so that's why we are taking the classes on YouTube so that it all those things will be recorded and it will be available for you for later studies and revision. Can we start now? Okay, so the first question, the pressure. Okay, let me just type it instead. Let me just type it instead. The pressure exerted by the air around us is called as. Can somebody answer me this? Write it in the chat box, your answers. The pressure exerted by the air around us is called as. What is the name? The pressure exerted by the air around us is called as. What is the name? Give me in the chat box. Write it in the chat box. I am watching your comments. Write it fast as possible. Okay. So, what is the pressure exerted by the air around us is called as? What it is called as? Mm, yes, Gayatri has given correct. Gayatri has given correct. Mm, Ishan, correct. Ishan, correct. Krishna, correct. Aditi, correct. Kailash, correct. Ghodke, okay. Tanmay Mantri, correct. Megha Pawar, correct. सूरज टेकाड़े करेक्ट. सर्वज्ञ राठौड़ एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर, सही है. सुहानी दुबे एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर, yes. Almost like many of the students are giving correct answers. The students, you can give your answers in the chat box, ठीक है. You can give always your answer in the chat box. So answer is what? Atmospheric pressure. Exactly. So answer is atmospheric pressure. You guessed it right. That is actually correct. Now, I want you to answer the second question. Let us go with the second question. The force acting on per unit area is called as. The force acting on per unit area is called as. Give me the answer fast in the chat box. Now, write it in the chat box. You can use that chat option. You can write the answers in that particular chat and respond to the questions which are being asked. The force acting on per unit area is called as. Yes, Sangeeta correct. Sangeeta Kadam. Ishan correct. Ishan Verma correct. Gayatri correct. Okay, path Bassett pressure. Okay, Charul correct. Vaishali correct. Aditi correct. Tanmay correct. Ishan correct. Aanchal correct. So the answer is pressure. The answer is pressure. Yes, the answer is pressure. Correct. Okay. Now answer me this. The force exerted by the earth to pull the objects towards itself. You have to answer me this question. The force exerted by the earth to pull the object towards itself is called as. Chalo, give me answer for this. Yes. Ishan, correct. Ishan, correct. Shantanu, your ID is different, so hence I am using the name of the IDs which are provided. Okay, later on you can change your ID so that I can see what name I am using. I am using the names as per the IDs. Okay, so Sangeeta correct, then Ajay Solanki correct, then Satyam Singh. Okay, ठीक है, gravity. अच्छा Nagar Goje correct, then Tanmay Mantri correct, Karthik correct, Soham correct. Yes, many of the students are giving correct answers. So answer is very much simple. That is what kind of force? Gravitational force we are talking about. Gravitational force. Yes, that is so correct. Gravitational force. The force exerted by the earth is nothing but called as gravitational force. Yes, exactly. Now can you give me answer for this? Muscular force is also called as dash force. What kind of force is called as? Write it in the chat box. What it is called as? Muscular force is called as what? Write it in the chat box. Muscular force is called as dash force. Okay. Kadam correct. Nirban correct. Rathod correct. Krishna correct. Shantanu correct. Aditi correct. Nagar Goje correct. Suhani Dubey correct. Contact force. Yes. So answer is what? Contact force. Muscular force is also called as contact force, no? Now can we do one thing? We will go for some practical question, some practical based question, right? Okay. So let me draw a figure. I will ask you a practical based question. Consider that this is a container. And it is filled with water. It is filled with what? Okay. Now there are 3 points. On this. Suppose let's say this is the first point, that is A. Then we have the second point, that is B. And then we have third point, that is C. Can you tell me if these pressures are represented by PA, PB and PC? If there are 3 points in our particular container in the water ABC and they are having pressures PA, PB and PC, can you please tell me which will have highest pressure? A simple question, a simple practical based question. Okay, write it in the chat box. Yes. Correct. Okay, point C. Yes, many students are giving correct. Bhumi correct. Tanish correct. Sangeeta correct. Ishan correct. Yes, correct. PC. Even Umrikar correct. Shantanu, correct. Yes, the pressure will be more at PC. Yes, the pressure will be more at C point, at point C. So the relation is something like this. The pressure at A will be less than the pressure at B and will be less than pressure at C. What is the reason? Can you please, somebody can write it in the chat box, what is the reason why we are saying the pressure is more at point C? If somebody can write it in the chat box, the reason. Yes, the reason is simple. Pressure is more when the depth increases. When the depth increases, pressure also increases. Correct? Pressure also increases. Is it correct? Is it correct? Yes, exactly. So as C is present at the depth, so the pressure will be more. Pressure will be more in the case of C. Okay. Now can we go for something more? Okay. Chalo. Let us see. If I have two bricks, okay, if I have a brick, and at one time I have kept the brick in this position. This is my position A. Okay, this is a brick. And in second case, I have kept the brick in this way, in this fashion. I have the same brick, this is the same brick, but this time what I have done is, one time I have kept it horizontal and one time I have kept it vertical. Now can you tell me, in which of these cases, in PA and suppose position A and position B, in which case the pressure exerted will be more on the surface? Suppose if this is our surface at the bottom, can you tell me, in case of A or in case of B, which case will experience more pressure? These are bricks. It's a simple question. Just apply your logic. Very simple. Answer. In case of yes, in case of A. Yes, correct. So, Lakhamwad correct, Pawar correct, Agrawal, Bhumi Agrawal correct, Ishan correct, Suhani correct, Som Ghanwat correct. Yes, correct. So many students are giving correct answers. Suraj Tekale, correct. So the pressure will be more in case of A. Pressure in case of A will be more as compared to the pressure at B. Why? Because the area is less. In this case. The area which is, suppose let's say, acting on that A is less. So if area is less, then the pressure would be more. According to the formula. I hope you remember the formula. Pressure is equal to force by area. So when force increases, pressure also increases, right? But when area decreases, pressure will increase. If area decreases, pressure will increase. That is the logic. So hence, in case of A, the pressure will be more. Correct? Are you understanding? Okay. Now, can we suppose, let's say, go for the next question? Can we go for the next question? Should I put it? Okay. No. Answer this question. Okay. Two forces are repelling each other. Two objects are repelling each other. What kind of force it must be? Can you please write me the names in the chat box? Two objects are repelling each other. What kind of force it must be? Write it in the chat box. Okay, Chandrakant correct. Chandrakant Lakhamwad correct. Ishan Verma correct. Sanjana Lakare correct. Megha Pawar correct. Gayatri Sangve correct. Aditi Agrawal correct. Suraj Tekale correct. Yes, Tanish More correct. Karthik Zadav correct. Tanish More, yes, Bhumi Agarwal correct. Nagar Goje correct. संगीता कदम करेक्ट, कृष्णा जवाळे करेक्ट, yes, Srishti Godke correct. But don't you think many of the students are giving me the answer as magnetic force, but don't you think it can also be electrostatic force? I have told you, no, even electrostatic force works in the same way, either attraction or repulsion. So don't you think it can also be electrostatic force? It can be electrostatic force or it can be magnetic force also. Don't you think? Do you agree that it can be electrostatic force also and it can be magnetic force also? Correct? It can be both forces, because in magnetism also you can have repulsion, in electrostatic force also you can have repulsion. Either repulsion uh, repulsion or attraction, right? In the same case, even in electrostatic force you can have attraction or repulsion. So we cannot be sure like which force we are talking about, but it can be electrostatic, it can be magnetic also. Both answers are correct. Even if you write down magnetic, it is fine. Even if you write electrostatic, it is still fine. Are you understanding this? Okay, clear? Is it clear? Okay, now let us go for the next question. Leaves fall to the ground. What kind of force are we talking about? Leaves fall to the ground. What kind of force are we talking about? Give me the response in the chat box. What kind of force are we talking about? Leaves fall to the ground. What kind of force are we talking about? Yes, Gayatri correct, Chandrakant correct, Sanjana correct, Ishan correct, Pawar correct, Agarwal correct, Bhumi Agarwal correct, Gaurav correct, Suhani correct, Karthik correct, Sarvadnya Rathod correct, Sangeeta correct. Yes. So basically the answer is leaves fall to the ground because of only one force, and that is gravitational force. Exactly. The answer is very much correct. It is due to gravitational force. Okay. Now can you answer me this? The strength of the force is expressed by the strength of the force is expressed by its dash, for example, its dash. Okay, I will give you some options so that you can answer, right? Weight, then you can mass, then C, magnitude, and last point, that is longitudinal force. Okay, answer me this. The strength of the force is expressed by its weight, mass, magnitude, or longitudinal force. What do you think? Yes, Ishan Verma correct, Sangeeta correct, Sangeeta Kadam correct. I think it is Shantanu, right? Shantanu correct, Gayatri Sangve correct, Pawar correct, Bhumi Agarwal correct, Srishti Godke correct, Krishna correct, Aditya Agarwal correct, Sarvadnya Rathod correct. Okay, so the answer is going to be D. Answer is not going to be D, it is going to be magnitude. So answer is magnitude. Yes, correct. So the answer in this case is magnitude. Magnitude is the correct answer. Okay, chalo. Let me write down a new question. When two opposite forces are acting on a body, then the net force is given by. When two opposite forces are acting on a body, the net force is given by addition of two forces, subtraction of two forces, okay, both A and B, and none of the above. When two forces are acting on a body, the net force is given by, what do you think? When two forces are acting on a body, then the net force is given by addition of the two forces, subtraction of the two forces, both A and B, and none of the above. Yes, Shantanu correct, Pawar correct, Aditi correct, सूरज टेकाळे करेक्ट, भूमि करेक्ट, हाँ जवाळे करेक्ट, उमरीकर यश उमरीकर करेक्ट. Yes, so the answer is going to be subtraction. Answer is going to be subtraction. Why? We can just imagine the situation here. See, suppose if you have an object and one force is acting in east direction, and one force is acting in west direction, so they are opposite to each other. Suppose they are opposite to each other, then the combined force is given by net force, right? Net force. It will be the subtraction of both of them. For example, this is 15 Newton and this is 10 Newton. So the net force which is acting on this body is 15 minus 10 Newton, that is 5 Newton, right? So that means if the forces are opposite in direction, then we need to subtract. If they are in the same direction, then addition. Then we need addition. Are you understanding this? Okay. Now can we have some question on suppose let's say this one, pressure. Can we have some numericals on pressure? Chalo. Find the area if the force acting on a body is 4.5 Newton and the pressure is 3 Newton and the pressure is 3 pascals. Find the area if the force acting on the body is 4.5 Newton and the pressure is 3 pascals. Calculate the answer on your notebook and write the answer in the chat box. Calculate the answer in the notebook and then write the answers in the chat box. Find the area if the force acting on a body is 4.5 Newton and the pressure is 3 pascals. Okay, Shantanu correct. Also mention the unit. While you are writing down the answer in the chat box. Also mention the unit. You have to mention the unit also in the chat box while you are giving the answer. Okay, correct. So basically, let me solve it for you. Many of the students are giving correct. Lakhamwad correct. Bhumi correct. Okay, so unit, I think you are using unit very differently. We are supposed to find out area. Don't you think unit of area is meter square? See, unit for pressure is what? Either pascals or either Newton per meter square, right? It is either pascal or Newton per meter square. What about force? Unit for force is Newton. Unit for area is meter square, right? Meter square. Unit for area is meter square. Okay. So can you find out from the formula what is the value? Pressure is equals to force by area, right? They are asking area. So you can shift that area to the other side. You can shift that area to the other side. The formula will become area is equal to force by pressure. Okay, put the values there. What is the value for force? Force is this, that is 4.5 Newton. Okay, and what is pressure? Pressure is 3 Pascal. Pressure is 3 Pascals. So what is the division? Area is equal to 3 ones are 3, 115, 3 5s are 15, so 1.5, and the unit should be meter square. So this is very important. Unit should be meter square. If you are not using the correct units, you will lose marks in the exam. If you do not use the correct units, you are going to lose the marks in the exam. That's a simple fact. That's a simple fact. Okay. Let me give you some another numerical. Ready for the new numerical? Write it in the chat box. Are you understanding this? I hope the units are clear. For pressure it is Pascal or Newton per meter square. For force it is Newton, and for area it is meter square. Can we go for the new numerical? Will you do this time in a very perfect way? Okay. So find force if the pressure acting on the object is 0.02 Pascals and the area of the object is 0.004 meter square. Okay, do not make mistake this time. Do not make mistake. Find force if the pressure acting on the object is 0.002 Pascals and the area of the object is 0.004 meter square. Do not make mistake this time. Do not make mistake this time. Write down the answer very properly. Calculate on your notebook and give me the answer in the chat box. Once you are done, write the answer in the chat box. Okay, some students are writing down 0.00008, some students are writing down 0.5 Newton, some students are writing down 0.002 Newton. Okay. Okay, okay. Should I solve it? Shrishti, what you are writing down 0.008. Lakham, what, how much you are writing? 5 Newton, 0.5 Newton. Okay, I think I should solve this. See, pressure is being given as 0.002, that is 0.002 Pascals, right? What is the area given? Area given is 0.004. What they are asking? Force. They are asking force. Okay, okay. Force is very simple. For force, you can do one thing. Force is equals to. What is the formula? Pressure is equals to force by area. Right? Okay, so force will be equals to pressure into area. You can put the values there. What is the value for pressure? Pressure value is 0.002. Pressure value is 0.002 and area value is 0.004. Calculate. What is the answer for this? So 2 4s are 8. Lekin how many zeros? There are 3 decimals here and there are 3 decimals here, right? Means how much in total? 6 decimals. Okay, so that is 8 and then 1 2 3 4 5 6. So that is your answer. 3 digits from this one and 3 digits from this one, from this decimal. So this is 1 2 3 1 2 3. So that is 1 2 3 4 5 6. So that is 0.000008 and the unit should be Newton. A very simple calculation. All you had to do was multiply 0.002 into 0.004. Do it slowly because this calculation, it belongs to 5th standard. It belongs to 5th standard student. Even a 5th standard student can do this multiplication. So it is expected that a student of 8th standard can definitely do this. This calculation can be done by even a 5th grader. So that means even a 8th standard student should be able to do this. Understood? This is not part of, suppose let's say, my teaching. The calculation are supposed to be done by you, but still I have shown you how to calculate. So that is actually is the job of the students, but still I have explained it. So now it's a very simple, clear matter. All you have to do is put the values in the formula and calculate the answer. Very simple. Fine. Okay. So I hope today's session was productive and you were able to understand many of the facts related to our lesson. Can we do one thing? Can we arrange such kind of quizzes? I might, suppose let's say, create a plan for this from the upcoming week. Can we have such kind of quizzes? Matlab, like, suppose let's say, not on the, suppose let's say, on the paper basically, but can we have such kind of quizzes regularly? I might try from the next week. Let your exams complete, and after that we will do it on regular basis. I will give you a topic beforehand. You can prepare the topic and then on that we will take the quiz. Is it fine? We will start this after your exams. After your exams are done, we will start such kind of things so that you will have regular practice of all the questions. After your exams are done, we will have such kind of practice sessions. Fine? Okay. So let us close for the day and we will meet in the next session. Kindly complete your another lesson. Okay? Kindly complete your another lesson for the next session. We'll be meeting on Friday, right? We'll be meeting on Friday. So we will discuss the rest of the things, the rest of the quiz and everything we'll discuss on Friday. Okay then, chalo. Thank you. Bye-bye. We'll meet in the next session, Friday. Again, we will have the next lesson for practice. Bye-bye.